Yo, what's up, man? Everybody, welcome back to the FastBreak podcast, episode 10, man. Isn't it good to see everybody back today, man? We got a full house. We got a lot of good things, man, that we're going to discuss today. Let's get straight to it, man. You already know who it is. It's me, Caleb, my boy Justin, Mobarco, Elijah, and Tim, man. Everybody, welcome. Let's get to it.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Straight out the gate. Go ahead and pick one.
Can't look.
All right. And then I think we were supposed to start off on Tim, right?
Yeah.
We had
Tim,
something.
Yeah, about high school basketball.
High school basketball. Y'all remember who it was? Was it Mikey Williams?
Mikey Williams was just his take on Mikey Williams being, will he be a bust or will he be you know what I'm saying, somebody who's actually gonna rise to stardom. So
yeah. Before we pick it in, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
Mikey, man, crazy thing. My brother just went to go see him play, and said that he's a lot bigger in person than he is on TV. So I was surprised to hear that because he looked a little slim, but I don't know, man. My brother said he was solid. He can get to any spots on the floor, pull up, smart, played slow, seen the game, you know. So I was surprised at that. But I think he could be good. I don't know if I had a comp, I would say. I think he might be like Cade. I could see him being like Cade. Like once he grow up, get that man body, get more size. Because I like Cade. I'm a huge fan of Cade Cunningham. So
I agree.
So I think it can be like that.
I think the crazy thing is how good he is so far in high school. Like he's way above everybody in high school, and it's just like, all right, it's kind of early. He's only a junior, right?
Yeah,
He's only
junior.
a junior. So he got one more year to play basketball, high school basketball, and it's just like, bro, like you're doing what you're doing right now. What's going to happen when he gets into college? Like, how's he going to act when he gets in college? And that's the thing you said. Like, is he going to be a bust? Is he going to be to his actual potential? Like, what's going to happen? Because when you see guys like that coming that early, especially in high school, being that good, you're just kind of like, bro, like, what? Like, all eyes on you. Like, what are you going to do next? Like, when you get to that next level, like, it's, like I said, all eyes on you.
That's what I said. For me, it's hard to judge his game right now because his competition ain't on his level. If that makes sense. It's like, I don't know how good you'll be once you face that consistently good competition, because in high school, you know, competition is going up and down. And so that's why when we first initially talked about this, I was like, I don't know where he's going to be at. So to me, in my mind, he can be good. I don't think he's going to be like I don't know. It's too early. I say I hope he gets better. I don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but right now he's kind of got the same hype of Sebastian Telfair and Lance Stevenson when they were coming out. They were both
deadly.
They were both, you know, really good, way better than everybody in high school. It was clear, but then when you get to the league, you know, Lance is the only one that became a solid staple, and then Sebastian Telfair, you know, he just kind of fizzled out. So that's what I kind of see when I see him. But
to allude to Justin's point, though, for him having to come into the league and being ready, it's going to allude to what we said earlier. Like, it's something we've seen before.
Yeah.
You know, so he's going to have to come in and really wow us to be like, hey, all right, we can put this guy up in the levels of rising star, or, you know what I'm saying, he'll be a solid star or a role player. Yeah. Because we've seen this type of talent before in high school. Right. You know what I'm saying?
We say Austin Rivers, Cole Anthony.
Yeah,
like they're all superstars coming out of high school, but then they get to the league and you see they just either
they solid players.
Solid players.
I like Austin Rivers.
Solid NBA players.
Yeah. We're not saying. But we were talking about like, do we see him as the last time we talked about like, do we see him as like a superstar? Will he be like an all-star player?
Will he grow into becoming a superstar?
That's why I said I either see him as a Sebastian Telfair or a Lance Stevenson.
Nah, he's gonna be better than them, man. He's gonna be way better than them.
Lance was solid though.
Lance was solid.
He was at Lincoln. Yeah, he was at Lincoln.
He still is playing.
Yeah. But I'm saying he should have never been out. Oh yeah, should have never been out.
Well, I think I like the fact that he's put together well. You know what I mean? He's solid. But when you're saying like him playing with his peers, like they travel. You know, like they don't just play like the local. Mm-hmm. So he was in California, but then now he transferred to North Carolina. So that's why my brother just went to go see him. Went to go see him play. So I mean, yeah, it's a prep school. You know how they all go to prep schools, or whatever. But they travel. He went to Florida. Was a training. My boy that was in Miami went down there, said the same thing. Said he looked good. And I kind of look at it as like, even though like these guys won't be on his level, like years from now, like the guys are his age are going to be in the league one day. So if he's dominating now, I mean, I would like to think, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, he could These guys,
Great point.
you know what I'm saying, are still going to be playing. You know, the LeBrons and Chris Pauls aren't going to be, you know, those guys aren't going to play forever.
Yeah.
KD's once they get gone, if he can do it now, you never know.
We'll see.
Man, he played against Hansel, and
Never thought about that from that perspective.
Yeah.
If you're the best in your particular draft class at this age now,
Yeah.
you're continually to progress to get better by every time y'all get drafted. It still should be the same, you know, barring any injuries or anything like that.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
never
best. You were the best 11-year-old. You were number one 11-year-old in the world.
Yeah.
And it carried you
But
until
dude,
you was 19, 20.
Well, how much
years
do the
old.
rankings really matter though when we start going through the draft and we see all the players that are all stars now?
Nah, they
and
matter.
weren't, you know, not all of them were high draft picks. Not all of them were that number one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying they're number one. I
We're
mean,
talking
but
about
this
just the best in the draft.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying they weren't even the best in their classes in high school.
who?
That's what I'm saying. Players, you just look at like Dame, CJ, players like that. So that's what I'm saying.
No. But I mean, but I'm saying, but like if you like, for example, you take the All Stars this year, all these guys were like top 10. I mean, you might find like a like a Kawhi that go late first or every now and then, but most superstars are top 10. I mean, you can see them coming. I
Most
mean,
of them turn into lottery.
yeah,
Lottery picks.
yeah. I mean, rarely do they come out of nowhere. Like I said, you get a Kawhi or, but even then, I mean,
Dame was drafted top 10.
he was 10. Yeah, he was top 10.
Top,
And I think Kawhi went 15th or something. He was barely out of
I
the.
think he just missed. I don't know. I can't even tell
He
you.
was
I don't know,
15 or something like
before
that.
I got drafted.
But most of the time you can see those guys coming. Rarely do you miss an all-star coming for 10 years. You know, they just come out of nowhere. We don't see them in middle school or high school or college. Rarely.
I'm gonna keep mine short, and I'm gonna wait on it. But like I said in the last episode, I think he's gonna be comparable to LaMelo Ball. As far as his first, at least his first two seasons,
like
what
that.
he's producing, I think he can put up those type of numbers.
I like that. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like that. He's just ahead of his time. Man.
Yeah, he is ahead of his time.
Then he get into the money too,
And we
man. He
can't
got all
be
them
too hard on
deals,
him
man.
now.
He's already a millionaire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he ain't worried about deals.
That's what another thing I brought in. Like he's already got the money and stuff. So like, how hungry would that be?
Do you even want to go to the league?
He's still locked in for
Nah, they still like
Yeah.
because that's just gonna come with just them being
But I'm
great.
saying the life is gonna get even more bigger.
And it's
Yeah.
unfair to him too, like, cause like when we see a Mikey Williams, you're only gonna see his dunk highlights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we automatically go into our mindset, oh, he's just a highlight dunker.
Right.
We're not actually watching the 10-minute quarters.
Nah, he
you
can
know what I'm
hoop.
saying?
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, he can hoop.
Yeah.
So like getting reports like that when people that's actually seen him is just a testament to like, man, he could play.
Right,
He's
right,
a
right,
junior
right.
playing on that level. Those like Sierra Canyon, they got 3 guys in the league right now.
Yeah, they
You know
do.
what I'm saying?
They
that
do.
are actively playing.
Yeah,
So
you're
that
right.
lets you know Bronny lead. You know when you
Who
play
better, Mikey or Bronny?
Bronny.
You think Bronny's better?
Bronny's Mikey.
that's
Bronny's
tough.
IQ's.
I think they're different players. I think it's hard to compare.
Different players.
I think Bronny will. I think he might transition better to like a team
That's
You know,
He's
to a
being
team
groomed-
aspect.
He's being groomed for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think he's more. I think Mikey might. You know, he might have to take over, or he can do that. But
Yeah.
but. I mean, they're both good. I can't. It's hard
Yeah,
to
it's
compare.
hard.
though.
It's a hard choice for me.
Bronny plays just like LeBron.
I gotta watch that too because when we're comparing players, I'm always thinking from like a team aspect.
Yeah. You're right.
So that's why I said he'll be a better fit.
A better
for
fit
anybody.
for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
for
that
sure,
was-
100%.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to this. Let's see who we got.
We talk about him already.
That'd be big.
A homer.
That's nuts.
Here we go. I'm gonna just sit
Tim's
back.
worst.
I'm gonna just sit back. and listen.
Someone Tim does not like in the
I
NBA.
might take this.
Let me pull up the
Go ahead,
stats.
take it away.
Tim does not like this man at all.
Please allow me to start this one off. Please.
Why is he even in there though? That's what I'm.
Hold on.
There it goes. There it goes.
Why is he in there? We
There
don't
it
pull up
goes.
LaMelo, Carmelo, LeBron,
Allow
D
me.
Wade. Why
go.
we pull up?
Do that, Tim. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Since
Does
he
deserve
comes
to be in
from
there?
our stomping grounds.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like pulling out Western
Since he
branch
comes
or
from
something.
our stomping grounds, you know what I'm saying?
Got it.
I'm going to introduce this man, you know, because I'm proud. I never knew him personally, but I had an opportunity to play against him at a rec.
Last 10 games.
And, you know, were you giving him some ammo already? Or
No,
Come on.
He already ready. He already ready.
No.
That's what I was just.
he been balling.
this man,
I need-
even though he transferred, and I'm gonna leave Coach out of this because, you know, I think he's still a good coach. But Cam Thomas, I believe the first one ever to make it to the NBA, solidified from Oscar Smith High School, my alma mater, Elijah's alma mater.
In Virginia.
And I think anytime someone makes it big to the league, NFL or NBA, that's we should be rejoicing for that.
Gotta pay respect.
Yeah, we should be rejoicing that someone has been able to,
Homer.
you know what I'm saying? Especially it hits home. He's a homer, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a little bit more sentimental for me, even though, like I said, I don't know him personally, but he comes from my exact school that I played for. Even though he had to transfer, you know what I'm saying? He still has that piece of foundation in him, of grit, you know what I'm saying? So Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets, who's making his mark, in my opinion, and some would disagree.
I'll just say this right
Is he
here.
in the,
That
he
man was
Rising
in the
Stars
gym
challenge? Was he in the Rising Stars challenge?
when we all used to hoot at the Mount. And it was crazy. His mom, you saw his mom, you know, working out with him and, you know, shooting on the side and whatnot. He was just doing different type of drills and whatnot. And it's so crazy, bro. We playing and we all hooping. This kid is in middle school at the time. You know, we fresh from out of college at the time. And it's just like, bro, like, that man really made it to the league. He made it to the league. And it's crazy. We just watched this man. We used to ask him, like Dre used to ask him, like, yo, you trying to come hoop? And he would just shake his head like, nah, I'm good. And then, like, now you see, like, this man playing against New York's finest, like, and dropping buckets on national TV. And it's crazy. But, you know, it's kind of hard, man. It's just like I said, I know how some people feel about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know his comparison. I really don't know the ceiling for him in the league. I don't know where it's going to take him. I don't know where he's going to go. I don't know how his career is going to play out, but I'm glad to see him in the league and actually making a name for himself on a team that is broken right now. As you can see, Kyrie hardly playing, KD hurt. You got some superstars who don't even play that much, and he's playing a bigger role than what some of them are. So it's like my hat is off to him for playing that role and to doing what he's doing on that level.
Like he's like seeing progression, because I was coaching high school at that time when he was a freshman in high school, and you would see like how he was progressing, like having 30-point games as a freshman. And one thing I always like enjoy watching him play is he knows how to get to the free throw line. That's something a lot of young players and a lot of athletes sometimes fail to do, to be able to get more points and more opportunities at scoring, is getting to the free throw line. Mm-hmm. Out of control, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about freshmen in high school. You know, very rarely, unless the refs are calling terrible calls, you're seeing a guy going to the free throw line 16 times and making 15. Also 5 for 5 from 3. He has 40 and his team wins by 10. And he's a freshman. Like, it's hard to go unnoticed, you know? So to be able to see like how he's grown, man, dude, I think he's like 6'3", 6'3.5" or something like that, 6'4".
I don't even think he's that.
I think he's 6'2".
I don't even think
he's
he's
not-
that.
Tim said 6'2".
I think he's 6'2".
I think he's about 6'3".
They're gonna the league.
Yeah.
They're gonna list him.
They're going to give you
know what I
2
mean?
inches and
210
15
pounds.
pounds.
Yeah, 6'4", 210. So that means
They give you 2
if
inches
they
and
giving him
15
6'4", that means he at least is 6'3".
6'3",
You know what I mean? 210 pounds. That's a big guard. So
he
he's
put it
stronger, you know, and so I think he's got a good ceiling. And like, to your point, Justin, finding yourself on a team like the Brooklyn Nets where you got KD, Kyrie, James Harden previously, like you're learning from 3 of the best scorers that was in our league.
Yeah.
And you come in with the scorers mentality, and now we seeing you being able to be 1-4 low as a rookie, and you bring a team back scoring 16 in the fourth. That's like, that cannot go unnoticed.
Clutch bucket.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's not his first time. He had the game winner earlier in the season, you know,
Just the Blazers.
maybe a couple months ago. I
The
believe
Blazers.
we debated that as well. Like, you said he had to score 20 points, you know, in different ways. He came back and we showed you a clip. He had 20, and he shot it efficiently. Then he had 30-point games. So it's like, it's beyond just a homer point. Like, hey, he deserves some of the recognition that he's getting. Of course, he's not going to get the same as a Darius Garland, but, you know, he deserves something as a rookie.
I will say I didn't know who he was. I didn't follow him. I wasn't here at the time. But I will say all the chips are in place right now for him to get that opportunity, like you're saying. The Nets are hurt. Steve Nash is your coach. We know Steve thrived on the D'Antoni system. So there's not too much structure. So you can just go out and show, like,
You can go out there and hoop.
you can show out. Yeah, you can go out there and show your ability. And then we'll just see where it goes from there. So the chips fell in the right place for him right now this year. So we just got to see what he does with it.
Yeah, no, I like. I mean, the last 10 games he been cooking though. I think. But issue or gripe is what I'm saying is when you're a young player and you're a rookie, it's going to be hard to stay on the floor on a playoff team when you're getting 20 points on 20 shots. Like I think he had 21 the other night on 17 shots. And I think somebody played 4 less minutes and had like only two less points with like 5 less shots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, so when players get back, when you get KD back, Patty Mills, Joe Harris, and they're trying to make a playoff run, you're not going to have those rooms for mistakes like the Knicks when you start 1 for 9. You like once you go 0 for 4, 0 for 5, taking those step back threes like you was at LSU, you're gonna get yanked. Like you're not gonna have the time for you're gonna have time to like for those mistakes. So I think if he can get, shoot better, more efficient, he'll find a role. But I don't think that team once I guess if Kyrie gets back, they're not gonna need that spark of scoring. So now you got to find a way to play. Like I said, in the Rising Stars Challenge, the guy from Chicago, he went to Illinois, Dusu, almost a Dusu. He was a 2nd-round pick, 8th, and was in the Rising Stars Challenge. So you don't have to be a scorer to stand out to play. Josh Giddey with Oklahoma City, the tall white kid, right? He 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", but he got how many triple doubles he got? He's on ESPN all the time, for crazy passes. So I'm saying scoring won't be enough if you're trying to find a role, a niche to stay on the team. You're gonna have to do other things when you're not Kyrie, Bron, James Harden. It's gonna be hard to unless you want to be a journeyman, unless you want to be a Jamal Crawford or a Lou Will, and just go Nate Robinson, go from team to team to team, just being a scoring spark. You can have a good career, you can make a lot of money, but finding a role on a championship team, a playoff team is gonna be hard when you're shooting 20 shots to score 18, 19 points. But hopefully that'll come. It's only his first year.
He's only a rookie.
So hopefully they get better. But he definitely could put the ball in the basket. No doubt about that.
Super inefficient right now.
He's inefficient, but he's hooping.
No,
he's
yeah.
not afraid to put that ball in.
But that wasn't the thing. He can put the ball in the basket. I can't remember who was calling that game. Jeff Van Gundy. They were talking about that. Every time he scored, they kept saying, "Oh, he's an elite scorer. He's an efficient scorer." No, which is a high mark as a rookie to have somebody talking about you like that.
Yeah, but I agree though. The situation just allows for him to do that right now. But I understand what Tim is saying. When it comes to game time, I can't have you shooting that many shots and you missing that to wait till you get hot though. So as he gets older in the league, he's gonna have to find a way to become more efficient.
Yeah.
And the comp. My comp. I would say. I'm looking for a shorter guard that could score at the elite level. So I would say
6'4" is not.
I don't think he's 6'4". I don't
No, he's definitely not 6'4".
I don't think he's 6'4".
Have you seen recent pictures?
They give you.
What is just his build?
Yeah, he's 6'4", bro.
Goes 19.
He could be.
He's
6'4".
He could be.
He can grow to 22.
Yeah, 22.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He about
Why
6'4",
didn't I?
bro.
Why didn't I?
why did I keep
Yeah.
him?
I think. He could keep growing.
Got 6'3".
Bro,
But-
solidly built.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But that's why I don't think he's not. I don't think he's that. I think he looks bigger because he's put together. I think.
Got a frame, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
NBA, you need that, bro, because it's a physical sport.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? The NBA, it was just a story that we can head to the next. It was a guy who we was at Deep Creek Rec one day. Dude, he was just coming there, real physical dude. You know what I'm saying? He was about 6'6", 6'7", could shoot it. And then at the end of the time we was playing, he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm here, man, just traveling. I'm from Virginia. I play for the Mavs." It was like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? You play for the Mavs? Like, yeah, I'm got signed for the Mavs out of the 2nd round. We're traveling right now. I got a chance to come back home to Virginia. He was like, "I'm just driving through. I found a rec." He played for the Mavs and he was playing so physical, and you wouldn't even know who this dude was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dodo?
nah, it was a white dude.
Okay.
Nah, it wasn't Dodo. Come on, bro.
From Virginia, played for the Mavs.
I know who Dodo.
I know.
But nah, it was a white dude. Random white guy, bro.
different.
He was about 6'6", 6'7",
Different.
and he was different. Like the way he was like, you know what I'm saying, slapping down was
Right.
Come on, bro. Like
It was different. I had a similar story when I was in the military. We used to play intramural ball, and one of the ladies I worked with, her husband played overseas ball, so he would play Puerto Rico, but he would come back and play, and so we would run together. He 6'6",
yeah.
stocky.
You're right, though.
Fouling, jumping over everybody out the gym. It's like, yo, y'all. He caught a couple bodies during the league. It's just different. You could tell.
It's a Cali.
All right. Shout out to Cam, man.
Shouts out to
Sure.
757. Shout out.
Homer.
All right. Waiting to get y'all nemesis.
Who that?
Wait. Dwight Howard.
I'm a big fan of White.
Top 75 player.
He should be.
Top
He
75.
should be for sure.
Think so?
What? It's not even
It
close.
shouldn't. Yeah.
He should-
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
People
no,
forget like the bad couple years that even the bad couple years he was averaging double doubles.
Yeah.
So like we're forgetting who Dwight Howard is since he came into the league. Defensive player, turned Orlando around, got them to the final. They lost, but he was still dominating like before all the crazy injuries in the trade. So yeah, so defensive player of the year, all-star. You know, the only problem he had was he couldn't shoot. He was just
I think he messed himself up going to the
Yeah.
Rockets and then to the Lakers and then all that.
should have never went to LA.
He should never went to LA. Yeah.
Shouldn't went
I'm
to
trying
LA.
to hold my tongue about
Yeah.
it.
You could
But-
have easily
but-
got
but
a
I'm-
ring with LA though.
He shouldn't go. His personality
We were so
but,
old.
but not only that though. His personality didn't fit.
Did
with
not
Kobe.
fit with Kobe.
He didn't take
You
it
could see that
serious,
before he
yeah.
even got there. Like
Yeah. I mean, he was still a
wasn't
kid
gonna
though.
All the reason why y'all just said Dwight Howard should be in the top 75 is the same years where it was a part of the time where the Lakers was, of course the Lakers beat him in the championship.
Yeah.
And then when he came to LA and how soft he played is the reason why I personally didn't like Dwight Howard.
Okay.
I remember talking to one of my homeboys, man. I said, if Dwight Howard comes to LA and wins the ring, then I get him off my back. I get off his back.
Didn't he say something Dwight on IG?
Yeah. Fried Dwight Howard on. It was. You remember that picture they had the Nike jank, man, and it was like your starting five versus the next starting five, and I was like, what is Dwight Howard doing on here?
I don't even need that list.
Dwight Howard is that guy you'll pick up and be like, oh yeah, bro, this is my last game. Everybody's saying it's their last game, and him get the run.
what?
Yeah, and he responded and said, LOL. Post, man. Like, I was a real big. I fried Dwight Howard. Man.
Yo, he
Couldn't
probably thought
stand
that
Dwight
was-
Howard for a while, man,
Yeah.
because like Kobe should have had 7 rings if he would have just been the dominant big like he was supposed to. The
Right.
same knock that I got on Anthony Davis right now for Bron.
Yeah.
So I mean, Dwight Howard now he redeemed himself, man. He a champion
With the
So
Lakers.
with the Lakers. So everything that he's done in those times, defensive player of the years, whatever, it solidifies him. He should be top 75 easy.
And he knew he was soft too because he came back with a different mentality.
Didn't he say he was hurt
That
though
you could
in
think-
LA the
you could
first time?
think
Wasn't he
Kobe
hurt? I think he was battling an injury. But
Shoulder,
never-
he had the
never
shoulder.
came out and talked about it. Yeah, until he left.
Till he left, soft man.
Is that soft though? Because if he's
I ain't saying soft, but it's like
He
I ain't
just
saying
wasn't
soft,
ready.
but I
He
don't
just
know.
wasn't ready then.
Do you think Dwight could put up better numbers than AD right now?
No, God, no.
at the time where they're both at in their careers right now.
No.
Yes, and I say that because, I mean, it might not make sense.
AD
but
still
AD's not
25
available.
and 15.
But he's not available.
25 and 10.
But he's not available.
Mr.
That's
Glass.
what I'm getting at.
No, I don't think.
You talking to Picasso and you're an artist saying that to me. I know he missed the glass. I
Yeah.
know he's not unavailable.
Yeah, but okay, but when I'm saying, so when it comes to top 75, right? I'm saying when you talk about like if you take out the legends, like if you take out like Kobe Bryant, Shaq, like those guys, right? Jordan, right?
Top tiers.
The top tiers, right? After that, every player their prime is only 7 years. Like, long. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, right? So outside of Jordan, Kobe, Bryant, those guys, like their primes, they held on to the league for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years, right? Outside of that, if you look at everybody else, you do throw AI in there too, Shaq, Tim Duncan, those guys, right? After you get there, everybody else prime is 7, 8 years. Everybody. So I'm saying, so if you judge it based on that, in 8 years, man, he had a finals appearance, 3 defensive player of the year. He was the best big man for that whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I look at it like off of that. I mean, I don't see how he. I'm not. Well, he didn't get in just because people don't like him. Let's just keep it a buck. Like
I just- that's
people
what I'm
can't
saying.
stand him. I mean, when he came in, he was playing all the time. He was on the bench laughing and joking, and then, like Kobe got like that Tom Brady effect. It's like, if you go play with Kobe and he said you can't
You
play,
gotta come in, bro.
you know what I'm
gotta
saying?
come
Like,
in
so the
right
whole
now.
league gonna be done with you then.
And speaking of AI, kind of shifting gears, AI is a homer. You know what I'm saying? He on the peninsula side though, but I don't know if you guys watched that versus between
Oh, I didn't
T-Mac
see it, yeah.
and
I heard it was good,
and
though.
AI.
Nice.
T-Mac
Should have been top 75.
T-Mac should have been
Okay,
top
so
75.
okay, but
But
okay.
in between, I'm just before we can get to that point, between these two, because that verse is about who's the better player.
Yeah.
T-Mac was clearly, in my opinion, a way better player than Bubba Chuck.
He was just
Agree
taller
or
though.
Disagree.
Agree.
I'm going to disagree.
Why?
I'm not going against AI.
I'm saying no. I'm saying this. I'm saying
He
this right.
still has a great legacy. AI, you can't take what AI brought to the game away.
I mean, but I'm saying it's been said by many of players that if AI was 6'7", he would be the greatest of all time. So what I'm saying is, it's just that T-Mac was just a taller version.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he was better. I mean, he can dribble better than him. I mean, he could shoot a better 3-pointer, I guess.
T-Mac was
but his
better
mid range,
because-
his mid range wasn't better. He didn't play defenses
What?
better.
What?
No, his mid range was not better than
mid-range off
AI's.
the crossover.
What?
His mid range wasn't better than
Butter roll
AI's.
biscuits.
I think we
Hold on,
forget
guys,
who T-Mac
hold
is.
on.
I'm not.
Oh,
We're not. It's not to forget about who T-Mac is, bro.
Well,
You
we
gotta
are
think of what AI
forgetting
was
right now.
doing.
we are
We
forgetting.
are
We are very
I
much
think y'all
forgetting.
I think y'all caught
Guys,
in the
hold on.
moment.
Go ahead.
Let's slow down. We are.
If AI got you off the crossover into a move in this mid range,
Are you done? Are you kidding me?
T-Mac wasn't.
So you saying T-Mac wasn't exactly the same?
No, it's not a saying they're not the exact same.
No, you're saying
T-Mac was
your example was if AI catches you off the crossover in the mid range,
It's
it was
butter.
T-Mac catches you off the crossover in mid range, it's butter. What are we talking about?
T-Mac started to walk up, has he pull up threes. You know what I'm saying? Mid range,
got
of
that.
course, he would get that. In the, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was available to him. AI can get that as creating his shot as well. So can T-Mac. But me personally, AI was doing that at a lot better, shooting over taller defenders in the mid-range.
This is all I'm gonna say, right?
AI.
This is all I'm gonna say, right? What I'm saying is they both were in the same situation, so it ain't like comparing Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, where you had other help and this, that, and the third. They both were the only player on their team for years. And look what AI did, and look what T-Mac did. They both had the same opportunities. And then AI did way more. It ain't even close.
AI didn't get a Yao Ming.
I mean, so I'm saying T-Mac left Toronto.
We're just talking about individual skill.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about individual. So that's all I'm saying. So he had 7-8 years of prime, like T-Mac did. He had a good 7 years before injuries. And I'm just saying, like in that 7 years.
And what do you mean, Tim, by he did more? Like he went further as far as playoff basketball?
I'm talking about playoffs. He got more scoring titles. He got more All-Star appearances.
T-Mac
he got more
went to the
All-Star
finals.
MVPs. Who?
With San Antonio, he went to the finals.
Let's stop this. Let's be ridiculous.
just saying.
We're not doing that.
I'm just saying.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Please speak up.
We're not doing this. He went with San Antonio.
That's
His
not-
kids don't even know that he played with
If y'all
them.
think that I'm like stupid to be like he did
You
something,
seen the T-Mac
obviously he was just
jersey?
chasing
I ain't seen the
a
T-Mac
ring.
Spurs jersey and no
You brought up
lids.
T-Mac and San
They
Antonio.
didn't sell that
ends
jersey.
the conversation.
That don't end the
But y'all
conversation,
said the
it's
same
funny.
thing last week about him AI being in Denver. The situation didn't work. How far did they go?
That was year 12.
And he had a
So?
Melo at that time.
That was
Bron's in year what?
AI didn't have any.
19?
AI had Aaron McKee.
Kobe had year
Tiger,
20.
That was year 12.
Moore.
I'm talking about during their
He had Yao
primes.
Ming.
During their
Eric Snow.
primes, both of them were literally by themselves
Okay,
taking all the
T-Mac
shots.
had all these great guys, but never made it out the first round.
Who?
T-Mac. So what are y'all saying?
That's the wait. Hold on. You said T-Mac had who?
Barco just added
He
a
never
wrench
went-
into this conversation because I don't know.
The only place T-Mac was at where he had good guys was in with the 1
Houston?
year
In Houston.
Houston, yeah.
Okay, you're saying he had all these guys, but to make it
I didn't
seem
say
like
he had
should have
nobody.
done better, but they never made it out the.
I didn't
out the
say he
first
had
round.
anybody.
I said he had a Yao Ming. AI didn't have.
I didn't say they had anybody.
I'm stuck on
No.
the mid-range
No, I'm
game.
saying-
Like T-Mac won the mid-range player. That was
I did
crazy
not
to
say
me.
that.
That's absurd.
I
You didn't say
I
that.
didn't
You
say
didn't
that.
say that.
I didn't say
No,
that.
That was
I
crazy
said
to me. That
working in the mid range because I'm
saying this.
a testament from a smaller guard situation. Being able to shoot at 6 foot
That's how I'm
over
looking
a
at it.
6'4" after a crossover is tougher than a 6'7" doing the same
That's I'm
thing.
looking at it like
So
that
that's
too.
not-
I'm looking at it
Here's
like
the
that
first
too.
mistake that Versus did. They shouldn't have compared them two because
Agreed.
they're two different
No,
sizes.
agree. I'm with you on
Two
that.
different playing
Yeah, I'm with you on
styles,
that.
but they're both shooting guards. But even though they're both shooting guards, you can't compare them because of the size difference.
I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? But since we are here and since they did that, T-Mac, the game came
6'8".
easier for him.
better passer,
It comes
post
easier to
game,
him.
mid-range, 3, play defense. Like
AI didn't play defense.
AI is the same thing Steph is off the ball, and that wasn't defense a couple weeks ago. We said Steph and off the ball. AI was the same
said
thing.
that?
Somebody said that.
What's that?
When I said Steph was a better defender, and somebody said off the ball.
I said that.
Yeah, AI is the same thing. AI was the kid. AI started that. The only
I
reason
didn't
Steph is
know there
efficient
was
because AI did that.
I thought a steal was a steal, off ball or on ball.
I'm not talking about Steph in defense.
Yeah, but
Still is a steal.
T-Mac was a
T-Mac.
problem.
He was
And my personal opinion, and I know I said this to Morris before, but he ain't gonna like it. I feel like if T-Mac
Disagreed.
I'm not gonna like it either because I know
yeah,
where you're going.
disagree.
I
No,
agree.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What is he saying?
Had the
Kobe and
same
no-
it ain't
work
even the point.
ethic. He would have been just as good as Kobe. It's the same.
Bro, work ethic is a huge thing, bro.
He's underrated. Kobe and T-Mac were clearly.
He's overrated.
T-Mac is overrated.
He's not overrated, but he'll never be on.
He would never be
They were
on Kobe's
close.
level.
He couldn't carry
They were
the Mamba.
They were super close. What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
You said-
they were super
listen
close.
to the
I'm talking
parameters
about
you just
individual
entered.
skill. Individual
Elijah going
skill.
to
I'm
one
not even
clip.
gonna argue
Elijah
because
going with that
that's
one.
I'm not
something
going-
I would say to be funny.
No,
That one clip.
No, I'm
That is
talking
something I would say
individual
to be funny.
individual skill. T-Mac and Kobe.
You
What are
said
we
no.
talking about?
You saved yourself when you were saying like if T Mac had X, Y, and Z, then
Dog,
he would be.
your man himself says the same thing about T-Mac. So this,
All right,
this
hold
shouldn't
on,
even be
hold
an
on.
argument.
Hold
Kobe
on,
says
hold
this
on.
about T-Mac. What are we talking about?
Let's
Bro,
pick this up
guys
on
can't be humble, I
episode.
guess.
Let's pick this back up on episode 11. All right,
Hey,
because we 5 minutes sober.
What are we talking about?
Hold on.
He will always want to try. Now it's
gonna be
now
No,
it's
I'm not
T-Mac.
taking Kobe.
We'll be
no,
back.
It's
I've always said that.
Episode 11
I've always
coming
said
up.
that. This is nothing new.
We out of here.
Nothing new.